I was living in a tiny trailer, trying to stay warm by building fires in a little wood stove. Life was tough. Every single penny I earned went straight to taking care of my kids. I couldn't stretch a dime for the debts piling up. My only focus was keeping a roof over their heads, food in their bellies, and yes, electricity. So when the collection agencies called, I just told them, I'm a single working mom. I have nothing for you. Music. Hey besties, welcome back. Today, we're diving into the shocking story of Robyn Brown, her rise from poverty, her pursuit of fame, and her relentless quest for wealth, all of it intertwined with one man, Kody Brown. The polygamist about to star on TLC. Robyn's life before Kody was anything but easy. She ran from a previous marriage, left behind tens of thousands in credit card debt, and even pushed her ex-husband toward financial ruin. Then Kody appeared, a lifeline she clung to, and eventually she became his fourth wife, adopting his children along the way. Robyn's mission was clear: never be poor again, secure a man who could take care of her, and become famous. And she played her cards with strategic precision. She befriended Kody's first wife, Meri, who had been neglected for years, giving her the illusion of safety and friendship. Meri began to confide in Robyn, unaware that every detail she shared would later be fed to Kody to drive a wedge between them. In the latest trailer, Kody makes a chilling comment: if your wife is having an affair and your other wife tells you, it's your right to know. That's exactly what Robyn did time and time again. She became the insider, the double agent, trusted by all the women, yet reporting every secret to Kody, Janelle, Christine, Meri. All of them confided in her, and Robyn used that information to manipulate the family dynamics. Meri was crumbling under the pressure, desperate and overwhelmed, while Robyn strategically positioned herself as the indispensable ally. She leveraged Meri's need for connection, her desire for alliances, and even pretended to offer surrogacy to solidify her influence. When Meri rejected her offers, Robyn twisted it into proof that Meri wasn't fully committed to the family. Robyn understood power and polygamy. Aligning with Meri, the legal wife, gave her access and influence she couldn't have gotten through Janelle or Christine. Her ultimate goal: financial security, control, and fame. Meri had to be removed for Robyn to climb the ladder, and Robyn executed this with surgical precision. She and her friend Kendra orchestrated a fake online relationship, a catfish scheme to spy on Meri. Robyn knew the person wasn't real, yet used the information to manipulate Kody and push Meri further away. She became the mastermind behind the scenes, making Kody believe he had to act, while Robyn secretly controlled the narrative. This was more than loyalty, it was strategy. Robyn found weaknesses, exploited them, and positioned herself as the golden one in Kody's eyes. Meri could have revealed the truth, exposed the manipulation, but Robyn had already silenced her influence. Every step Robyn took was calculated, every relationship leveraged to cement her power. So, the big question: will Robyn ever be truly satisfied? Even as Kody's legal wife, she's still the fourth in rank. Even after the divorce and adoption of her children, she doesn't have the same status Meri once held. Will she ever stop manipulating, scheming, and using everyone around her to maintain control? Or will this continue silently behind the scenes? What do you think, besties? Can Robyn ever be content? Or is this her forever game, always finding new ways to rise above and dominate? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, besties. I was living in a tiny trailer, barely keeping warm, building fires in a wood stove just to survive. Life was brutally hard. Every single cent I earned went straight to my kids. There was nothing left for the debts that kept piling up. My first priority was always them, a roof over their heads, food in their bellies, and yes, electricity. That was it. So when the collection agencies called, I had one answer for them: I'm a single working mom. I have nothing for you. But then everything changed when Robyn Brown entered Kody Brown's life. She had a plan, a mission, and she was relentless. Coming from a past filled with poverty, a failed marriage, and crushing debt, Robyn knew she had to fight for survival and for power. She saw Kody, a polygamist about to get his own show on TLC, and she saw her ticket to the life she wanted. She wasn't just after love. She wanted security, fame, and control. Robyn's journey to becoming Kody's fourth wife was a calculated game. She didn't just walk in blind. She played the long game. First, she befriended Meri, Kody's legal wife, who had been neglected and pushed aside for years. Robyn made Meri feel safe, like a trusted friend. Meri confided in her, unaware that every secret, every vulnerability, would soon be used as a weapon. Robyn ran back to Kody, feeding him information to slowly drive a wedge between him and Meri. She became the invisible force behind the scenes, turning trust into power. And it wasn't just Meri, Janelle, Christine, everyone who confided in Robyn ended up unknowingly strengthening her position. She became the double agent, the one who knew everything, the one Kody could rely on, the one who could manipulate every relationship in the family. Every secret she gathered made her more indispensable. Every confession became a tool to control, influence, and dominate the family's dynamics. Meri's world began to crumble. She felt trapped, powerless, desperate, and yet Robyn played the perfect game. She leveraged Meri's desire for connection, her longing for alliances, and even offered to be a surrogate for her child, a gesture that seemed generous, but was actually a strategic move to bind herself closer to Meri and Kody. When Meri rejected the offer, Robyn used that rejection as evidence that Meri didn't truly want to be part of the family. Robyn understood one fundamental truth about polygamy: power belonged to the legal wife. Aligning herself with Meri gave Robyn access to influence she could never have achieved through Janelle or Christine. To achieve her ultimate goal, financial security, fame, and control, Meri had to be removed from the equation, and Robyn executed her plan with precision. Even as Meri's world collapsed, Robyn's strategy unfolded flawlessly behind the scenes. She identified weaknesses, gathered secrets, and positioned herself as the indispensable ally, the golden one in Kody's eyes. Everything Robyn did was intentional. Every smile, every gesture, every confession she collected became a stepping stone toward power. Robyn didn't stop at just gathering secrets. She and her friend Kendra orchestrated something truly cunning: a catfish scheme on Facebook. Meri, recently divorced from Kody, was vulnerable, lonely, and looking for connection. She began communicating with someone online, someone she thought was real. But Robyn knew it was all a setup. Kendra befriended this fake persona, and every move Meri made was watched, recorded, and reported back to Robyn. Robyn wasn't doing this out of loyalty to Kody. She was doing it to manipulate, control, and ultimately remove Meri from the family equation. Every message Meri sent, every interaction she had, was a tool in Robyn's hands. She fed Kody the information, making him believe he had to act, while all along Robyn was the one pulling the strings. She became the invisible architect of chaos, the secret controller of relationships, the mastermind who could make the family dance to her tune. Kody, of course, believed he was the one in charge. Robyn positioned herself as his ally, his confidant, his trusted partner who always had his back. But in reality, she was using him as a lever to achieve her true goals: financial security, status, and control. Every wife who confided in Robyn, Meri, Janelle, Christine, unwittingly handed her more power. She knew exactly who to trust, who to manipulate, and when to strike. Meri's attempts to hold onto her place in the family were constantly undermined. Robyn made it appear that she was helping, guiding, and supporting Meri, all the while strategically weakening her influence. She created a situation where Kody relied on her for information, making Robyn indispensable. She became the golden one, the one who mattered most, all while Meri's voice grew quieter and quieter. And the tension didn't stop there. Every interaction, every conversation was a calculated step in Robyn's master plan. She knew the emotional triggers, the vulnerabilities, the fears of each wife, and she exploited them. Her influence wasn't just about controlling Kody, it was about controlling the family narrative, the relationships, and even the perception of loyalty and trust. By the time the family realized what was happening, Robyn had already secured her position. She was no longer just a participant in the family. She was the orchestrator, the one who held the cards. Meri had been manipulated, isolated, and pushed to the edge, all in service of Robyn's ultimate goals. Robyn had achieved something remarkable. She had turned trust into power, friendship into a weapon, and secrecy into dominance. Even now, years later, the consequences of Robyn's strategies are still felt. Meri's attempts to reclaim her voice or reveal the truth have been silenced by the careful web Robyn and Kody wove together. Robyn's ambition, her cunning, and her willingness to manipulate every angle of the family dynamics have made her untouchable. The question remains, will Robyn ever be satisfied? Even as Kody's legal wife and the one with status, is there ever an end to her schemes? Or will she continue to manipulate, control, and rise? Even after all of this, Robyn wasn't satisfied. Becoming Kody's legal wife, adopting her children, gaining status, it wasn't enough. She still had ambitions, still wanted control, still wanted to be the one at the top Meri had once held. The power as the legal wife, the first wife who had built the family. Robyn's goal wasn't just to replace her, it was to completely neutralize her influence and secure her own dominance. Robyn's manipulations extended beyond Meri, Christine, and Janelle, too, were unwittingly part of her strategy. Every secret shared with Robyn was another weapon in her arsenal. She listened carefully, gained their trust, and then ran straight to Kody with the information. making herself the indispensable mediator, the golden one who was always in the know. She controlled what Kody knew and through him, controlled the family. Meri was persistent. For years, she resisted leaving Kody, even when the cracks in her marriage had long formed. But Robyn's schemes, every calculated move, every catfish interaction, every confession gradually eroded Meri's position. Robyn's combination of charm, strategy, and manipulation made it impossible for Meri to fight back. She was isolated, silenced, and systematically removed from the family dynamics, and yet, Robyn's ambitions didn't end there even after Meri's exit. Even after Kody's divorce was finalized, Robyn still wanted more. She wanted to be recognized as the top wife, the one with influence over everyone, the one whose position was unshakable. She meticulously maintained her image as loyal, trustworthy, and indispensable, all while continuing to maneuver behind the scenes to ensure no one could challenge her. It's a calculated game of power, control, and perception. Robyn understood the psychology of every woman in that family, knew exactly how to exploit fears, insecurities, and desires. She turned trust into leverage, friendship into manipulation, and loyalty into influence. Kody became both her ally and her instrument, unknowingly helping her achieve the very goals she set out to accomplish. From the moment she entered the family, now, years later, the family still feels the impact of Robyn's strategies, the alliances she broke, the relationships she manipulated, the secrets she exploited. These are the moves that solidified her power. Meri's voice was muted, Christine's influence weakened, Janelle constantly on alert. Robyn didn't just survive the family dynamics, she dominated them, creating a reality where she was always in control, always the one with the upper hand. So here's the real question: will Robyn ever truly be satisfied, even as the legal wife with status? Will she ever stop scheming, manipulating, and asserting her dominance? Or is this her forever game, constantly seeking more control, more influence, more power, leaving everyone else scrambling to keep up? What do you think? Can Robyn ever find contentment, or is this just who she is, someone who will always rise above, always manipulate, and always come out on top? Drop your thoughts in the comments, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a moment of the drama. Thanks for watching. Even after Meri was gone, Robyn's game didn't stop. She wasn't content with just being the legal wife, with Kody's children officially hers, or with the public perception that she had one. She knew that status alone didn't guarantee control. She needed everyone in the family under her influence. Every relationship carefully managed, every secret strategically used. Robyn's manipulations continued behind the scenes. Christine, Janelle, and even other family members were still vulnerable. Each one's weakness, each insecurity, became a potential tool. She knew how to push the right buttons at the right time. Even minor information shared casually could be weaponized to secure her dominance. Every interaction was calculated. Every word, every smile, every gesture had intent. Then came the catfish situation with Meri, which was nothing short of genius in its cruelty. Robyn had set up an entire network of deception. She knew Meri was isolated and emotionally fragile after the divorce, with Kendra acting as the intermediary. Robyn monitored every conversation Meri had with the fake persona, using it to manipulate Kody's perception of Meri. It was all a trap, carefully designed to weaken Meri further and ensure Robyn stayed untouchable. Robyn's brilliance was in her subtlety. On the surface, she appeared loyal, concerned, and supportive. But beneath it all, she was orchestrating a complex strategy that ensured she had full control. Kody trusted her, relied on her, and unknowingly became her instrument. Meri's affairs, conversations, and intentions all filtered through Robyn gave her the power to shape outcomes and remove anyone who threatened her position. Even the dynamics with Christine and Janelle were part of Robyn's long game. Each confession they made, each personal moment shared, was quietly funneled to Kody. Robyn positioned herself as the confidant everyone needed, the safe one, while secretly controlling the flow of information. She created an ecosystem where she was central, indispensable, untouchable. And yet, Robyn didn't just aim for survival or status, she craved ultimate control. She wanted to dictate the narrative, the hierarchy, and the perception of power. She turned the trust of others into leverage, using their vulnerabilities against them. It was psychological warfare at its most refined, turning every relationship into a chessboard, where she always moved first and everyone else reacted. What's chilling is how effective it was. Robyn's maneuvers silenced Meri, weakened Christine, and kept Janelle constantly defensive. Kody, unknowingly complicit, became a tool to cement her authority. Robyn wasn't just playing the game, she was defining it. Her control extended to every corner of the family, ensuring that no one could challenge her without facing strategic retaliation. So here's the lingering question, even now, with everything she has: status, security, influence, will Robyn ever be satisfied? Or is this her nature, to manipulate, control, and dominate relentlessly, ensuring that she is always the one holding the cards while everyone else scrambles to survive? It's a question that keeps fans talking, theorizing, and watching every episode closely. Because with Robyn, nothing is ever simple. Every move is calculated, every friendship is tactical, and every secret could be the key to her next victory.